I left home with my bag in hand, my mind in complete turmoil. I walked into the convenience store just to buy a bottle of water. As soon as I stepped inside, I noticed a man standing near the counter. The way he looked at me sent a chill down my spine. While I was choosing a drink, I heard slow footsteps coming closer. Then an arm slipped around my waist. I jumped and shoved him away.
What are you doing?
He smirked and forced me back into a corner hidden from the camera.
Don't be so tense.
My heart was pounding. I looked around, but there was no one there. When his hand reached for me again, I stomped hard on his foot. He dropped to his knees. I ran straight out the door. And only then did I stop at a stone bench by the roadside and sit down. A little while later, Derpy showed up. It ran over and nuzzled its head into my lap. I lowered my hand to pet its head and let out a long sigh.
I really ran away from home, Derpy.
And then I started telling it everything. This afternoon, I went to see Jinu. I saw a pair of women's shoes sitting outside. I froze on the spot. Jinu opened the door.
Rumi? What are you doing here?
Who's in your house?
There's no one here.
I could still hear the sound of running water inside. Someone was clearly taking a shower.
I was about to walk in, but Jinu immediately stopped me.
Rumi, wait! Don't go in yet!
Why can't I go in?
Just calm down first.
He took my hand and guided me to the sofa. I looked around and then suddenly noticed 2 glasses of water on the table. One was normal, but on the rim of the other glass, there was a very clear lipstick mark.
And yet you said there was no one here?
Rumi, don't get the wrong idea.
What else am I supposed to think? There are women's shoes outside, the sound of water inside, and 2 glasses on the table, one of them with a lipstick mark on it.
Just listen to me explain.
I don't want to hear it!
I turned around and left immediately. I went home feeling both angry and hurt. The moment I walked in, I saw Mira sitting on the sofa.
Where's Zoe? Zoe isn't here.
I went straight upstairs to my room. I sat there for a while, then suddenly froze. Those were Zoe's shoes. I had seen her wear that pair before. My heart started pounding. The more I thought about it, the more everything connected in the worst possible way. A little while later, I went downstairs to the kitchen. Mira was making a glass of orange juice. When she saw me, she turned around and handed the glass to me.
Have a little.
I took the glass, but the moment I held it, it slipped from my hand and fell to the floor. The spilled liquid started bubbling.
Mira! What is this? No, Rumi, it's not like that. Listen to me explain.
In a fit of anger, I stormed back upstairs, grabbed my bag, and left home. I looked down at Derpy.
Just a moment ago, some creep tried to hurt me. Luckily, I got away in time. One thing after another. I swear, my luck is rotten today.
I reached into my bag and took out a bun. I was just about to put it in my mouth when Derpy's stomach growled. It turned to look at me with the most pitiful expression.
Are you hungry?
Derpy nodded. I looked at the bun in my hand, then gave it to him.
But why did you come out here?
While eating, Derpy explained. It turned out that just as it was getting ready to eat, Jinu had taken the bib it was wearing and used it to wipe muddy footprints off the floor. It got so mad that it left.
He used your bib to wipe the floor?
Derpy nodded angrily.
That's unbelievable!
The 2 of us sat there a while longer. Just then, a man suddenly ran past, snatched my bag.
Hey! My bag!
I jumped up and ran after him immediately. Derpy panicked and ran after us too. I chased the man into an alley. When we reached the end of it, he stopped. And he wasn't alone. There were about 5 or 6 of them. I came to a stop. One of them looked at me and smirked.
You've got guts, pretty girl. Aren't you scared chasing us all the way here?
Give me back my bag right now, or I'll call the police!
The whole group burst into laughter.
Pathetic.
The way they looked at me was full of calculation. Just then, a familiar voice rang out from behind me.
Stop.
I turned around. Jinu was standing there.
Give her bag back. Who the hell are you to order us around?
The group immediately charged at him. Jinu rushed forward and started fighting them. I stood there frozen, staring at the scene in front of me. He was taking on 5 or 6 men by himself. He fought back fiercely, but it was obvious he couldn't hold out for long. In the middle of the chaos, Jinu managed to yank my bag from one of them. Right after that, he ran over and grabbed my hand. He pulled me out of the alley. Behind us, Derpy stayed back to block the way, trying to hold them off. Only after Jinu and I had gotten far away did Derpy hurry and run after us. Jinu pulled me into another hidden alley to hide. We were both breathing hard. He was still holding my hand, then slowly let go.
Will you listen to my explanation now?
I nodded.
The person in my house that day really was Zoe. But it wasn't what you thought.
She was walking outside, and I happened to drive past a dirty puddle and splashed mud all over her.
I felt bad, so I took her back to my place because it was close by. I let her shower, and while she was doing that, I washed her shoes for her.
I stood there listening to every word.
The 2 glasses of water on the table were for me and Zoe. The lipstick mark on the glass was hers too. I stopped you because she was in the shower at the time. That is all.
So, there was nothing going on?
There wasn't.
I lowered my head, feeling both relieved and embarrassed.
I understand now.
Jinu looked at me.
Now let me take you home.
I nodded. When we got back to the house, Mira was still there.
The juice bubbled because it was expired. I didn't notice. After you left, I checked it again. I had no reason to hurt you. I'm sorry. Next time, ask first before jumping to conclusions.
I turned to look at Jinu. He didn't say anything, but the look in his eyes was enough for me to know he was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Next time I'll ask and make sure I understand everything clearly. I won't run away from home like that again.
In just one day, because of a misunderstanding, I had run away, gotten robbed, and dragged everyone into all kinds of danger. That night, when Zoe came home, she knocked on my door and stepped into my room. I was sitting on the bed, hugging a pillow. Zoe looked at me for a moment, then said softly,
I heard from Mira that you misunderstood what happened at Jinu's place this afternoon. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was just really confused at the time. It's okay. But Rumi, I would never do anything to hurt you. Don't worry, we're good sisters, aren't we?
I looked at Zoe, and the 2 of us gave each other an embarrassed smile. The next morning, Zoe, Mira, and I were walking down the street. Suddenly, we saw a large crowd gathered up ahead.
What's going on?
The 3 of us hurried over to take a look. As we pushed through the crowd, I froze. A man was being pinned down by the police and handcuffed. My throat tightened.
It's him. Who? That's the guy I ran into last night. He tried to mess with me, but luckily, I managed to run away. Are you serious?
I nodded.
That guy's done this several times, but he always managed to get away. He got caught today, so that's a huge relief.
The 3 of us looked at one another, and none of us said another word.
I reminded myself that next time I absolutely would not let things turn out that way again. But I never expected.
When I was very young, my biological mother suffered from a serious illness for a long time. My father worried and cared for her all night long. From the strain, he visibly aged. One morning, when snow covered the entire mountainside in white, my mother quietly passed away. I was too young then to understand what loss meant. I only knew that from that day on, our home was missing a gentle voice. From then on, he began to make up for it in his own way.
Surprise!
Oh, thank you! In just a few months, my father had already become the leader of a band of mountain bandits. In the eyes of outsiders, he was a frightening man. But to me, he was gentle and endlessly indulgent. Every year on my birthday, my father brought back many gifts.
Rumi, do you like it?
I usually just nodded to make him happy. Watching the children outside, playing with their mothers, I always felt a strange emptiness inside. Until the year I turned 10.
Rumi, tell your father. What gift do you want this year?
Papa, find me a mother.
My father froze, his eyes both startled and bewildered, like a warrior who didn't know how to face the hardest question of his life. He was silent for a long time. Then he stood up.
All right, wait for Dad.
A few days later, my father returned from down the mountain. This time, he brought neither gold nor silver, nor any toys. He brought back a woman. Her name was Celine. I still remember clearly the first time I saw her. She wore white. The hem of her clothes was stained with mud from the mountain road. Her hair was a bit messy, yet her gaze was strangely calm, as if being taken here did not frighten her.
I took you to be my wife, to be the mother of my child.
Celine looked at him for a moment, then turned to look at me. I ran up to her happily.
I'm Rumi. Are you really going to be my mother?
She didn't push me away. She only looked at me in silence for a long time.
I have 3 conditions.
You've been kidnapped and you still dare to set conditions?
Father, let her speak.
First, you must stop stealing. If you want to live long term, you have to be self-sufficient. Robbery only gives you more enemies.
And the second?
You must train your soldiers.
Why?
Because if war comes, those who only know how to rob will die first.
The third?
Celine's eyes turned toward me.
Starting tomorrow, Rumi will study with me.
No! I don't want to study.
But my father burst out laughing.
Fine. I agree to all 3.
From that day on, my life changed. Celine began teaching me to read and write. Every morning, she used a twig to write characters on the ground. I rested my chin in my hands and sighed.
I don't like studying.
You have to study even if you don't like it.
Why?
Because when you can read, you'll understand. The world is much bigger than this mountain.
In the early days, studying made me very tired.
I'm tired. I'm not going to study.
Celine didn't get angry.
Rumi, you can choose not to study, but later, when you want to understand something, there won't be anyone left to teach you. And I also don't want to be the mother of a badly behaved child.
From that day on, I truly began to study. And I don't even know when it happened, but at some point, I began calling her mother.
Mom, Dad, I'm home.
As time passed, life on the mountain gradually changed. Following Celine's advice, my father had everyone open up terraced fields, plant rice, and raise livestock. Those who once lived by robbery began growing their own food. Celine also helped my father train the soldiers. People in the surrounding area gradually heard of her. When they met her on the road, they would also greet her respectfully. One year, winter came early. The snow fell so heavily that the mountain road nearly disappeared. And right then, war broke out. News arrived that a large army was advancing toward this mountain region. My father gazed at the snow-covered mountains and sighed with worry.
We can't hold them off. Take Rumi and go. Go as far away as you can.
No, Dad, I'm not going. Do you think I'm that cowardly?
Celine spread a terrain map out on the table.
We can't gamble everything recklessly like that. That would guarantee failure. We need a specific plan.
When the enemy troops marched through the narrow road between 2 mountain slopes, our people above began pushing large masses of snow down. The snow didn't fall straight onto the enemy troops. It rolled down to block both ends of the road. In just moments, both the entrance and the exit were sealed. The enemy was trapped inside the valley. They couldn't move forward. They couldn't retreat. After many hours trapped in the freezing cold, that army finally had no choice but to withdraw. It was a battle with almost no bloodshed, but it saved the entire mountain region. And yet, our happiness didn't last long. My father fell gravely ill, and only a few months later, I lost another person I loved. From then on, only the 2 of us remained, relying on each other. Celine was a gentle mother, but she also carried the strength of a father. She taught me martial arts. Perhaps she wanted me to become strong enough to protect myself. Many years later, I had grown up, but Celine's health grew weaker and weaker.
I'm going down the mountain to find a doctor.
There's no need. I understand my health can't be treated anymore.
Mother, I'll bring medicine back.
On the streets below the mountain, while I was looking for a doctor, a sense of unease sent a chill down my spine. I immediately brought the medicine back. When I returned, Celine was already very weak.
Rumi, I'm so tired.
I brought the medicine.
There's no need anymore.
Celine looked at me for a long time.
The truth is, I've known you for a long time. Your biological mother was my friend. Before she died, she asked me to take care of you. But the war caused me to lose track of you. Until the day your father brought me here. When I saw that child with a dirt-smeared face tugging at the hem of my skirt, I knew it was you.
Rumi, so you stayed because of me?
I stayed because I truly care for you. And for your father as well.
Her hand slowly grew cold.
Rumi, you must live well. You must become a person of virtue, living for righteousness and justice.
Those were her final words. Afterward, I put up a small gravestone for her on the mountainside. Every year, when the snow begins to fall, I go there. I set down a bouquet of white flowers,
I'm still learning to read, and I always remember you, Mother. Rumi, this is only a virtual world. Wake up! Was it just an illusion? Right! There's something important waiting for me! Rumi, say hi to everyone!
It was so loud. I needed quiet, but Mira and Zoe wouldn't leave me alone.
Rumi, look! It's Jinu! He's walking with another girl!
I glanced in the direction Zoe pointed, but immediately looked away and kept walking straight ahead.
What's going on? Rumi, are you so upset you don't even care who Jinu's with? Come on, let's help Rumi expose that jerk. Jinu, stop! You really think you can go behind Rumi's back and date someone else?
Jinu froze. He turned around, his face flashing with panic.
Turn around and let us see you. What are you hiding for?
Wait, calm down. I'm not.
And you're still saying you're not? She's right here.
It's me. Let Jinu explain.
She looks familiar.
It's me, baby Saja.
The air went still for a second.
The truth is, since yesterday, she's been ignoring me.
Rumi! Rumi! Hello, Rumi. Please, Rumi. Talk to me.
Rumi, I have a gift for you. So I had no choice but to do this, to make her jealous, but she... Could it be Rumi likes someone else now?
No way! Rumi isn't that kind of person!
I think we should follow her.
I quietly slipped into a narrow side path.
Finally! I've been waiting to meet him.
I walked into a building at the end of the street, my heart pounding, nervous and excited. A tall man stepped out.
Here's your reward.
I took it and held the item tightly in my arms. The moment I stepped outside, Jinu was already blocking me.
I never thought you were that kind of person.
Rumi, are you really that desperate for money? So that's why you've been ignoring us. For money!
They had the wrong idea about me, but I couldn't explain. I checked the time. It was almost time. I just had to wait a little longer.
You're not gonna explain anything?
Don't pressure her anymore. Let's go.
I took a deep breath.
Stop. It's finally over. Listen to me. I didn't do anything wrong. Look at that poster on the wall over there.
A huge poster was taped there that read,
Challenge. Ignore everyone for 24 hours.
I only joined the challenge to get the reward. Look, I already got it.
So it was all for money, Rumi?
But all of this money will be donated to the Disability Support Fund.
I'm sorry. You're doing this for a noble cause, and I still doubted you.
I'm sorry, Rumi. I misunderstood you. It's okay. I just didn't tell everyone.
Is that for real, Rumi? I want to do it too.
Jinu let out a breath of relief and looked at me.
Rumi, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Wait, Janu, who was that girl you were walking with?
And you were even holding hands. I saw everything. I hate you.
Rumi, let me explain.
Come on.
Let Ace join too and get the reward.
But that wasn't the end of it. What happened next was even crazier.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Recently, after Huntrick's concert, social media caught fire over photos of missing people. Search posts popped up everywhere. My child went to see Huntrix last night and still hasn't come home. My friend left gate 3 at 11:20 and then lost signal. Please, if anyone has seen them, let us know. And the world started looking at Huntrix like a storm with intent. Bobby forbade us from reading the news, but I still snuck a look, and every line was a needle pressing into my chest. On stage, I smiled like fireworks. Under the stage, all I could see were empty spaces growing wider. In the middle of all that chaos, Zoe was different.
Oh, yeah.
Zoe started changing her routes in and out, always positioning herself somewhere she could see the entire hallway. She asked about cameras, about side exits, about the backstage staff list, questions a normal idol would never ask. Sometimes, I caught Zoe staring down into the crowd, and her eyes didn't look like looking at fans. They looked like scanning targets. Mira leaned close to my ear in the dressing room.
Rumi, have you noticed Zoe's been different lately? Like intelligence?
The letters CIA lit up in my mind. One night, Zoe got a phone call. Normally, she always answers.
Zoe is the type of person who never lets any call slip by.
Zoe glanced down, then silenced it. She slipped the phone into her pocket and walked straight into the room. I froze. Mira beside me froze too. Mira leaned close again, voice low.
Did you see that? If it were a normal call,
Zoe would never do that.
Then, another day. After encore, Zoe didn't go back to the staff room. She quietly cut through an emergency exit and looped around to the loading dock behind the arena. Zoe stopped in a blind spot between two trucks. I pulled Mira down behind a pallet, my heart pounding like it wanted out of my ribs. Zoe took out her phone and dialed fast.
Confirm the location. 2 minutes.
In under 2 minutes, a dark-colored vehicle slid in. 2 people in plain clothes stepped out. They walked straight to Zoe. The exchange was quick. A slim folder.
How's the timing?
Still following the pattern. After encore. Gate 3, then the service corridor. We're running out of time.
Mira inhaled, barely. I wanted to breathe too. Right then, Zoe turned. I didn't even have time to blink before she was standing in front of us.
Come with me.
She led us out to the parking area behind the venue. Inside a dark vehicle was a laptop, a map, photos, and a floor plan of the arena. Zoe looked straight at me and Mira.
You guessed right. I'm CIA.
I heard those words drop like a stone.
Wait, what?
Mira stammered.
Why, you? Why, Huntrix?
Zoe pulled an ID card from her wallet. It had Zoe's face, a different name, and a seal I'd only ever seen in movies.
Because a concert is the most ideal place for a predator to blend into a crowd. The lights, the music, the moving bodies, the chaos after encore. If there's a network, it will choose a place like this.
Then the missing people?
We're tracking a network that specializes in selecting victims at large events. Huntrix isn't the cause. Huntrix is the hotspot.
So, how long were you next to us just to do your job? I came for the mission. But I stayed. Because of you. Mira and I, and Zoe too. Each of us had our own mission. But in the end, it all came down to the same thing. Protecting the community.
We decided we would fight together. At the next concert, we followed Zoe's plan exactly. But when encore ended, no one saw any hand pulling anyone away. Inside the car, Zoe dragged the map closer.
We're watching the right spot, at the right time, and we still can't see the kidnapper.
She paused.
Or maybe the kidnapper isn't only taking bodies. Maybe they're taking souls and controlling people.
Cold crawled up my spine. Mira held her breath.
Who could do that?
The 3 of us answered at the same time.
Saja?
We looked at each other and knew this fight might be long.
But from now on, we weren't standing alone anymore.
And tonight, I'm going to meet Ginu privately. Not for anything romantic, but for the safety of the community. And because I believe in his promise.
And then, unexpectedly, we ran into trouble right after that.
Hello, I'm RUMI, a member of the idol group Huntrix. Today, I want to tell you a story I will never forget. One rainy night, I only meant to stop by a convenience store to buy some water, but ended up walking straight into a real kidnapping. That night, we had just finished our final rehearsal for the Los Angeles tour. I was so exhausted I didn't want to talk to anyone. I just wanted something cold to drink. The American sky was gray. The rain was falling softly like mist, and the street leading back to the hotel was almost empty. When the car stopped at an intersection, I told my manager to head back first and decided to walk alone to the artist's dorm nearby. On the way, I saw a small convenience store, its neon lights glowing white through the rain. I pulled up the hood of my jacket and stepped inside. The doorbell chimed softly. Ting. The air inside was strangely quiet. A young clerk was stacking items on a shelf, and at the counter stood a man in a black hoodie with the hood pulled low over his head. I didn't pay much attention. I just grabbed a bottle of water and a sandwich, planning to pay quickly and leave. But as I passed the instant noodle aisle, I noticed a little girl crouching between 2 shelves, clutching a torn doll. Her face was pale, her wide eyes filled with fear. I froze. She looked about 6 years old, wearing a thin pink sweater, barefoot. When our eyes met, she shook her head slightly, her lips trembling without sound.
Help me.
I forced myself to stay calm and pretended to browse for more items. The man at the counter glanced my way, his sharp, cold eyes sweeping across me. My instincts went on high alert. I walked up to the register, smiling lightly. Excuse me, could you ring me up first? I'm kind of in a hurry. He smirked.
Wait a sec. I'm still buying something for my daughter.
Daughter? I looked at the girl again. She lowered her head, her small shoulders shaking. The cashier looked at me, then at the girl, his eyes blinking subtly, as if to signal something. I realized he was suspicious too. I pretended to check my phone, quietly dialing 911, then slipped it into my jacket pocket, turning the volume all the way down. My heart was pounding. The man yanked the girl closer, his hand gripping her shoulder tightly.
Let's go.
I took half a step forward, my tone calm. Looks like she's hurt. Let me take a quick look.
No need.
He snapped, his eyes flashing with menace. The air froze. I could hear the clock on the wall ticking, each second stretching longer than the last. The cashier quietly lifted the phone under the counter, pretending to call a manager but actually sending a message for help. I looked straight at the man and said slowly, "There are cameras here. You don't want any trouble, do you?" He hesitated, glancing around. And right then, the sound of police sirens echoed from afar, cutting through the rain-soaked night. He panicked. His grip on the girl tightened as he pulled her toward the back door. My body reacted before I could think. I lunged forward and grabbed the child's arm. The girl screamed, a small sound that tore through the silence. He shoved me hard to the floor and bolted. The door slammed open, glass rattling against the wall. I saw his shadow disappearing into the rain, but red and blue lights flashed across the street as 2 officers rushed in, shouting,
Police! Freeze!
A loud thud. The sound of impact. The man was wrestled to the ground, handcuffed, screaming incoherently. I sat up, trembling, gasping for breath. The little girl threw herself into my arms, sobbing. I was so scared. "It's okay now. You're safe," I whispered, holding her tightly as my tears mixed with the rain. The next morning, the headlines read, "Famous idol group member saves young girl from kidnapping." The company told me not to make any public statements, but it didn't matter anymore. I understood then. Sometimes, a bottle of water bought in the rain can take you across the line between the ordinary and fate.
Thank you so much for being here. Love you so much.